What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a tantalizing Tuesday. Welcome back to the Zachary Muir Show, and let's get this started. Now, there was a massive ice storm in New Brunswick that left over 150,000 people without power, but that number has since then significantly dropped to around 20,000. Now, there are around 380 repair crews trying to restore power to the communities and families that are still without. And sadly, there has been some deaths from this due to carbon monoxide poisoning, while another 33 have been treated for it. So don't run your generators in your house or burn fuel or run a barbecue just because you need the heat. They all produce carbon monoxide. While harmless outside, very, very deadly inside. Outside good, inside bad. Now, the Canadian military is helping out by doing whatever needs to be done for these communities. They're going door to door to check on people's heat sources to make sure that no more people will get hurt from carbon monoxide poisoning, as well as bringing supplies, clearing the debris, and even in one case helping an elderly lady clean her freezer out. It's good to see the Canadian military helping out its people, and it's stuff like this that makes me proud to be Canadian. So I ask you, what's the worst storm you've ever been in? Let me know in the comments below. Next up is PETA. Now, PETA is the protection and ethical treatment of animals, and they fight for animal rights. While on paper that is a noble and just cause, maybe you need to get your priorities straight. PETA has written an open letter to the manufacturers of Warhammer to stop using fur in their games. And if you're thinking, I don't know what Warhammer is a game where you use miniature figures to play on a tabletop terrain and fight using these characters. And some of these characters wear pelts or have the pelts draped around them or fur of some kind. But the fur is fake. PETA says it sends the wrong message by showing that it's okay to wear fur. Now, I'm all for the rights of animals. I don't think any animal should be put through hell just to end up dead. Give the cows, the chickens, all the animals that we mass produce for our food, all the treatment and room and food that they need to eat. Because these animals should have a good life before I eat them. Now, there is a lot of animal abuse that goes on around the world. So maybe focus on that, PETA. Not little fake plastic fur. But what do you guys think? Do you think PETA is in the right for calling the fake fur pieces to be removed? Or do you think they need to get their priorities in check? Let me know in the comments below. So to expectant mothers out there or infant kidnappers in Nova Scotia, you can now get the baby box. So the baby box itself is a Health Canada approved bassinet that includes a onesie, wipes, a sleeper, and other freebies that mothers will need. The program is set up through hospitals and the government and is completely free to anyone who wants one. But first you have to register and complete a survey on their website, which I'll link to below. The idea comes from Finland, where they've been doing it for 75 years. They wanted to help reduce infant mortality rates, so with these boxes, as well as prenatal care and parenting information, they've achieved that. They went from 65 deaths out of every 1,000 children in 1938 to 3 out of 1,000 children in 2013. So I say if it can help reduce the chances of babies dying and help new moms with things that they'll need, I'm all for it. But what do you think? Would you use the program? Let me know in the comments below. And for a final bit of news, we're going to talk about a Liberal MP named Nathaniel Erskine-Smith. Now, Smith wants all drugs to be regulated and decriminalized. That means you can smoke whatever, whenever you wanted. He said he believes in the health minister's view that drug use and abuse should be treated as a health issue and not a crime. He said if we follow the idea of a public health approach, the only logical conclusion is to regulate all drugs. There is evidence around the world that the war on drugs is an abject failure. The criminal prohibition and law enforcement approach empowers criminal organizations and doesn't do anything to dissuade actual users and addicts. Now I agree, people should not be thrown in jail for what they want to do themselves. If you want to do coke, do coke. If you want to do MDMA, do MDMA. Just be safe and don't hurt others. And it's going to happen if the rules are in place or not, because the rules are in place right now and people still do drugs. And I'm not saying do drugs, I'm just saying if you do drugs, be safe. Plus the enormous amount that we pay in taxes to keep these people locked up when they get arrested. Now in 2001, Portugal decriminalized small possession and use of all drugs, opting to instead fine and refer people instead of prosecuting and arresting. This has actually led to Portugal being one of the lowest countries with overdose deaths. They've had decreases in youth use as well as not seen as much bath salt or synthetic marijuana use or any of these legal highs, because why use that when you can get the real stuff? Yes, you will probably have some people that take advantage of it and use a lot of drugs, but that's going to happen if they want to do it anyway. But for the most part, people will be given help and treatment and not be labeled as a criminal. Plus, if it can lead to less people dying, why not give it a try? So I ask you, do you think drugs should be decriminalized, or is it something that they should be punished for their use? Let me know what you think in the comments below and why. So that'll be my show for today. I hope you all like it. Comment, subscribe, and share it with everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Please hang up and try again.